All right, I'm sitting here with Sam. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, just want to give me a little history about yourself, where you're from, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm from Bucks County, so I'm originally from like Feasterville, like Bensalem area. I'm 28 years old. Yeah.
So how long or how old were you when you started on hard drugs?
I started heroin probably when I was like 23.
Okay. Now, just to clarify for everyone that's watching, it's fentanyl is what you.
Fentanyl, yeah.
Okay.
And trank, yeah.
Yeah. So you weren't around or you weren't using when the real H was around.
Yeah, I never tried real heroin.
Okay. So you said you were when you were 21, you started drinking heavily, right?
Yeah, I started drinking every single night, blacking out, and started abusing Xanax.
Okay, and that kind of progressed to the
Yeah.
to the heroin. All right. How long have you been down in Philly for?
So down in this area, probably around like a year on and off, if not, well, a year homeless, and then I was a year staying at Westmoreland in Kensington in an apartment.
Oh, okay, okay. And so by home, you're like completely homeless, like on the street.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, yeah.
We were talking off the air real quick about kind of the dangers of doing that, and we were saying like when you were saying what you're up for what about 6 days right now.
Yeah, 6 days no sleep.
All right, so you're about to crash at some
Yeah.
point. And then I was saying it's like when you crash, you're probably gonna wake up and everything's gonna be stolen, right?
Yeah, it's every time.
That's pretty much every time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every single time.
Man.
Even if you're asleep for like 20 minutes, it's like everything's gone.
Wow. It's got to get so frustrating.
Yeah, I started hiding things in my socks, and they still find it there. Having like 3 pairs of socks on, and then
Wow.
the bottom sock, they still find it.
Jeez. And I don't want to bring any trauma, traumatic stuff up, but you were even saying like you've woken up to assaults.
Yeah, like at least once a week, maybe.
That you're waking up to an attempted sexual assault.
Yeah, it's happened at least 5 or 6 times, probably.
Man. That's just crazy. It's because you're passed out on the trank.
Yeah.
And you just.
I don't even I'm like the heaviest sleeper ever. Like there's no waking me up. Like
Wow.
you could be like screaming my name. People think I'm like dead when I've been woken up by ambulance like 3 times in a day. They think I'm like OD'd and just sleeping.
I think that's because you stay up for so long that your
think
body
it
just
is.
shuts off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been down here during the winter yet?
Yeah, my first time homeless, I was down here last winter.
You know what? Hold on 1 second. I don't want YouTube to. I want to be able to. Sorry. All right.
Oh, you're good.
So you were down here during the winter.
Yeah.
Which one's harder? What's harder for you?
Honestly, the winter wasn't that bad for me. I'm having worse experiences now, this time around.
This time?
Yeah. I think it's just like, the crime is getting worse.
Yeah.
The weather's not so bad. The weather didn't bother me as much, but it's definitely, everything else.
Now, when I come down here, right, it looks to me that it's more crowded than ever.
Yeah.
And new faces. Are you running into that too?
Yeah. Plus, I'm in a completely different area than I was when I first started. I was by more like K&A and by Quick Stop and stuff like that. Now I'm by more Erie, Torresdale.
Oh, okay.
And it's just by chance that I was trying to avoid someone that I was just ran into you down there today. But
because I do see you at the other end. That's
Yeah,
right. And
I'm always at the other
And I
end.
saw you, and that's why I was like, let me just stop and let her know I don't date.
Yeah.
That I don't do whatever. But I appreciate the fact that you were okay to do the interview.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You said you just did another one.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Like
so.
2 weeks ago.
All right. Yeah, I won't ask you any crazy questions. So, have you tried treatment at all?
I've never. No.
Any desire to, or are you
Yeah.
kind of okay where you're at right now?
Definitely by 30. I want to
Okay.
get my shit together.
So.
So
And you said you're 28 now?
28.
Okay.
I thought that I would be married with kids by now.
Yeah.
It was oh well, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, life throws you curveballs, man, and it's life isn't easy. That's for sure.
yeah. So I hope so soon.
All right. But you've never actually went to a treatment program.
I never went to rehab or
Oh,
anything.
okay.
It's been 6-year long.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I would have went to rehab in the first 6 years of my. I was like court ordered at
Yeah.
early on as a juvenile and stuff like that. But no, I get that. And you're not an IV drug user,
No.
right? And you said you are dealing with some sores.
Yeah. They're mostly resolved now.
Okay.
But like 2 years ago, I had like huge open wounds like on my knees to my toes.
Oh wow.
And but now it's just like heavy scarring. It
Okay.
just looks like third-degree burn scars.
Sure. Yeah. That's what the trank sores look like when they heal. It's just
Yeah.
it's burns. It's crazy how much alike they look. And they're using the same patches and stuff to try and heal it in the
Yeah.
hospital as they are a burn. And you said that the sore you were dealing with now wasn't even from the trank originally, right? You said you stepped on a.
I stepped on a dirty crack pipe that was broken.
Wow.
And the glass got stuck in my heel.
Man, that just got really infected.
Yeah, and it was quick. It was like almost immediately.
Wow.
And both my legs like swelled up to like triple the size and got really red.
Oh,
And then
man.
they just started opening up.
Wow. Is that what you're dealing with now, or is it?
It's the same wounds from like 2 years ago.
Oh wow! So
But-
you've been messing with or dealing with this for 2 years.
Yeah,
wow.
but luckily I don't have any open wounds right now. It's
Okay.
just like dry skin.
Okay. That's like one of the stumbling blocks that when I was getting high, we never had to deal with was you have to get medically cleared to go to rehab, and
Yeah.
there's only 2 rehabs in the state that deal with open sores.
Yeah.
So now you might not even you might want to be ready for rehab today, let's say, and you go and they might not even have a bed for you because of your sores, and
Yeah.
you might not ever be ready for rehab again after that. So it just gets tough.
Yeah.
Now, could is a tent something you could use, or would that just get stolen from you?
Yeah, I could use a tent. I don't know where to put it.
That's what, yeah,
That's the problem.
Yeah, I have tents to hand out, and then I've given them to people, and then they're just getting confiscated by the cops after like a day or
Yeah.
two, or stolen, or
You have to like have them like hidden places. I know like people have them like all around like the back areas of like Aramingo, like in
Yeah.
like the train tracks down here and
back in
shit.
yeah, there's like train tracks here off near Clearfield that back this way. I've seen some people.
Yeah, but now like the train tracks have been like there's cops everywhere because of all the bodies that have been found. and
Yeah. So the Tuscaloosa train tracks.
Yeah.
When I used to come down here, that's where we always used to have to go to hide to get high. 'Cause
Yeah.
we weren't allowed to get high in the open. So we would all go down there. That was a shit show down there. They found like I think 1 million used needles down there when they finally cleaned
That's
it up.
crazy.
Yeah, because people don't go down there really. But you get in trouble for going down the train
Yeah.
tracks now, right?
Yeah, there's like security and stuff that do it, but everyone does it still.
Yeah. So what's your opinion on getting high out in the open?
Oh, I get high out in the
Yeah.
open.
Well, see, I'm okay with it because I don't think people should go to jail for getting high.
Yeah.
And addiction.
It's also different. I don't do it like in front of kids or like
Yeah.
I'm not like an asshole with it. Like
Yeah.
I also don't shoot up, so it's easy
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
me to
right.
just walk and snort a bag, like put
Yeah.
a bill in a bag real quick and just
Sure.
do it and like throw it.
Hmm.
I also smoke crack, but that's also like
A lot easier to
Yeah.
do. And the needles in the neck is the real traumatic stuff for the kids in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. I get why the parents get upset at that and
Yeah.
stuff. I completely understand. Now, one more couple quick questions. You do smoke crack.
I do.
So, have you been noticing that the crack has been cut with fentanyl and trank?
Yeah.
Trank too.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah, the crack definitely makes you fall asleep sometimes.
That is so wild to me.
And there's definitely fentanyl. It's funny because I was just talking about this with my friend because I was like, yeah, I could be so dope sick and I still want just crack.
Wow.
And it will make me feel better.
Like your physical withdrawal.
My physical withdrawal will be better with crack. And I get sick now if I don't have crack, but I'll have dope.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's like a whole different sickness.
Wow. So you can be physically withdrawn and you do your dope and still not feel right until you get your crack fix.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the symptoms for the withdrawal then? Is it like
It's basically the
same stuff?
same. Yeah.
Like the cold sweats and
Yeah, it's a lot more. I have really bad anxiety.
Okay. Someone else told me they have like anxiety attacks when
I do.
the withdrawal kicks in.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
I freak out.
Really?
I like have like full blown like temper tantrums.
Wow.
Like a child. Like I'm bad. Like,
Really? And that's like out of your character and in normal life, would you say?
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty calm.
Mhm.
You know, like monotone usually.
Yeah. You seem like a calm person
yeah.
if I talk to you. And
Um,
you're talking like full blown flipping out anxiety, like
oh yeah. I'll hysterically crying, screaming, throwing things
wow.
until I like
It's funny.
finally get crashed.
So it's funny. I was just in Baltimore this past weekend. I went down there, and there was a girl, and that's what she was doing she was screaming, yelling at people that weren't there, like, and I was wondering if that was just her mental illness or if it could have been something with the withdrawal.
I don't yell at people that aren't there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like a whole different thing.
Sure.
I mean, I yell at people that are there, so I don't know which one's worse.
Right.
But yeah, no, I get really mad.
And so, when you get your drug, then that anxiety, and as soon as you use that, you can like feel that anxiety just go right away.
Yeah. After this first hit, it's like, okay, I have it now. It's like, okay.
Wow.
It's like I think I could honestly quit dope and just smoke crack and be fine.
Wow. Except you got to do it way more often. It seems.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I probably spend like $400 a day on crack minimum.
On crack minimum.
Just
yeah.
on crack.
Wow. So you got to be a busy girl all day long, huh?
Yeah, that's why I don't get no sleep, right?
Wow. I'll be honest. I do see you walking a lot.
I know. That's all I do. I swear.
do see you. Yeah.
After like I get done a day, I take like a 10-minute break and I do all my shit. And there's no like, if I have like a good decent amount of money, I'll hide for like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And just like chain smoke crack.
Right. So you're going out doing a date, right?
Yeah.
And then you're done with the date. You go and all the money you just made, you're getting all crack with it, pretty much, or whatever.
Yeah, I get like one dope to the rest crack.
Right. And then you just powered through them, and then you're going out for another date right after that. It's just a vicious cycle until you pass out.
Yeah.
Man. And you were, I don't know if you want to talk about this. It's okay if you don't want to. Off air, you were saying that you've woken up to a guy putting you in a car before, right?
Yeah. It's happened twice now.
And you said they just picked you. You were.
I was unconscious sleeping, yeah.
On the street, like
on the sidewalk, yeah. And they picked me up, and basically told me that they were gonna put me in their car, and I was so high I didn't even respond. I don't think. I have no idea if I did or not.
Wow.
And I just woke up. The one time it was 2.5 hours later, and I had no idea what happened in those 2.5 hours.
So that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Anything could have happened to you in those 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's gotta be something hard. It's.
I try not to even like think.
Yeah,
about it,
I don't know exactly. I don't want to bring it up too much.
No, I'm
but
open. It's
yeah.
It's that crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of trauma you're gonna have to deal with when you get sober.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of stuff like that.
Luckily, I don't remember. So.
Yeah. That's a lot of the dumbest shit I ever did was on Xanax.
Yeah.
Some really dumb shit.
Oh yeah.
But I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
And so that does make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Like
You have to hear about it later.
Well, I read the police reports,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, I'm sure they're not lying about it. I am an asshole on Xanax, I get it.
Luckily, I don't have a record.
Oh, you still no record? Wow. Yeah.
I've been able to, be very lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, especially as much as I see, I'm surprised Vice hasn't messed with you up here yet or not.
Yeah, no, never.
All right, so if I see you in the future, can we do follow-ups? And,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I like to keep tabs of how people are doing.
I'm always around.
Yeah, I know. All right. And then, I always have stuff in the car you can have every time you need it. All right, Sam, thanks again for doing this. I really appreciate it. All right.